In this video, we are going to take a look at what Tinkercad is going to look like from the viewpoint of the student. So it has the same interface. You go to tinkercad.com. They're going to choose, the first time they go to, they're going to choose the option here, Join Now. The first thing they do is they're going to go to Student Join a Class, and they're going to paste in the code that was given to them by the teacher. So this is your class code. So first of all, the teacher must create their class for the students to be able to join that class. Once you go in, you go for the option of join with a nickname. That is if a student has, or if the teacher has created a seat or a nickname for the student, or they have the option of signing in with an email or one of the providers. They can link in with their Google Workspace for Education account, their Microsoft for Education account, their Apple Education account, and so on. So for this particular example, I'm going to go for join with a nickname, and I'm going to type in my nickname that my teacher has given me. That's me. All I have to do now is go straight into my class because my teacher has created this. Once I go into my class now, at the moment you see I don't have an option here for classes, to create classes. On this side here as a student, I see your classes. So these are the classes that I am actually enrolled in. So as you can see straight away, I see that I am actually enrolled in 4th class and my teacher's name beside us. If I can also want to create outside of my class, I can actually create my designs in this space here. So I can create any of my 3D models here. If at a more advanced level, they want to create their circuits, they can create circuits, code blocks in this place, and we have the full range of lessons here, that this is where the lessons will appear if they have completed any of their lessons. So just go into your 3D designs. If you click on the create new designs option here, this is where it's going to bring you into your starting off space of where you can actually create your first project. It is given an automatic name, say Glorious DUUP here, so I can change that and I can rename my project over in the corner. If I click on the top, this will actually show me as well any other recent designs or other designs that are currently in my gallery. If you wanted to go through, there is in the lesson space that will give you the walkthrough of all of the different tips and tricks to learn how to get started. So on a very simple level to get started, I can simply drag in one of my shapes that I can bring in. I can actually transform my shape, so I can actually change the size of it, I can change the height of it, and I can change the positioning of it, and I can stretch it out in terms of its size. In terms of actually viewing it in 3D, this is a very, very simple tool that they have created here. So you're simply, it's almost like a dice that is allowing you to grab onto it with your mouse and to move it around, or simply you can click on, I want to see it from the front view, but a front with a tilt, and so on like that. So it's a very, very simple interface to work with to enable you to actually create your different models. To give you an idea there of the types of shapes and spaces that you have to work with, in your basic section here, you have examples here of, you have your basic shapes to work with, designs, you've got characters and creatures, so lovely to use to help you build into your narrative writing process, to design your own characters and export into another platform at a later time. You have structures and scenes, so lovely items here that you can use to actually build in your own scene. As you can see in this space as well, I can also transform these, so I can actually change the colours, so you have that extra level of creativity where you can actually change the colours. Also add multicolour layer as well, where you can actually change and work with all of your different environments. So it is a really, really nice tool to use, and we're going to learn more about that through exploration over the course of this session. To go back to your dashboard, then you simply click on your Tinkercad tab up in the top left hand corner. This will bring you back to your dashboard where you can see your creations in this space. If I go into your class section here, if I go into my 4th class here, I will see here the assignment that has been assigned to me from my teacher. If I go into this space here, I can simply click on here and I can see up at the top it says here, my activity is called All About Me. I've been asked to design a 3D object that tells me a little bit about my hobbies or interests, and this will be exported at a later date. So I simply click on my create new design, choose if it's a 3D circuit or code block, choose my 3D option, And once again, you start into your design space. Once you have created your design, so just to simply to give you an idea here, so I can just create something here. So imagine if I'm creating something for a playground. There might be like a stepping stairs or something like that. I could change the colours. Okay, now if I want to learn, so just keep it something as simple as that. If I want to actually see what this is going to look like, so you can see that they are all connected in that way. What I'm going to do then is, I'm just going to say add on like a little house to the side then of it there. As you can see, they're connecting in with each other because I layer them like that. And so on. So that'll just give me, now I can explore what is that going to actually look like. You can see this side, maybe I need to go a bit wider. And explore just with the different buttons to see your shape, measurement and so on. As you can see here, your details here, I can see the radius, my steps, the length, width and so on like that. So you are actually using correct units of measure when you are looking at. So I can have a look around, see if I'm actually happy with what my structure is going to look like. Once I am happy with my structure, I can choose this option export. Once I choose the option export, in terms of exporting and going to transfer this product over into our CoSpaces or something like that, the .obj, that is the file type that we are going to use for that. That will simply download, and now it is ready for me to import into another model, or I can use that to be 3D printed. So it's a very, very simple tool to use, and to look at it on a more sort of advanced level, if you actually want to say place an item on top of that the top here, what I simply do is you have to add in an extra layer on top, and I can now add in, say for example on this here, what this new workspace here is allowing me to do is actually add in an extra item, but on this time I'm placing it on top. So so that's your workspace is giving you the opportunity to actually place an item on top of an item. So when we are working in the flat space, we are working side by side. If I want to layer items on top of each other or connect them to it, so say for example if I want to connect something to this side this time, what I need to do is bring out my work plane to show me this is actually where I'm going to be working from. If I want to add in my item, and I can actually stretch it in or I can decrease it and so on. So I want to put it in here. I'm lifting it off rather than connecting it. Change my workplace, and now you can see my model has been created. So if you are creating, like say the likes of a jungle gym or something like that, is the importance of actually understanding is where are you actually working when you are building it. So it's this work plane feature. This is very important for you to get familiar with. So just to show again, I want to add on to this side here. This time I am adding on a square again this time. Change my work plane back to my floor level and rotate it. So as you can see now, these models are actually connected to each other. So you have that extra level of working with your models. So this model that I've created now, I can export this model and bring it into your space. So you have so much creativity in terms of designing and building items that you would not be able to create in the physical world without a large number of resources.